Exactly. One of the, I think, not I think, I know, one of the best things I did for myself starting in 2020 in January was start therapy, and been going every other week. And it wasn't necessarily for any particular reason, but
Hmm.
I've seen just over these last few months how it has helped me within business. And one of the things, I started a partnership
Absolutely.
in business this year, and it kind of helped me in some cases with that, get out of my own way. It's helped me in relationships and moving forward with relationships. It helped me really to focus and figure out my shit, um, so that I can be the best person that I can be. But also know with those friend groups that come in, what I deserve, what I don't deserve, what I can maybe figure out and negotiate with. Um, and with relationships too. And I remember when I got into entrepreneurship, like I said, in spring 2017, um, I was dating somebody at the time, and we had been together at that time. We had been together for about a year. But I remember when I first started, I I basically tried to give her an out. I said, "Look, I'm going down this road. I don't know what it's going to look like." I said it's going to be late nights, some early mornings. It's going to be some long days. It's going to be, my schedule is going to be very loose, and I can't commit to. At that time, it seemed like, I couldn't commit to certain time blocks and everything. And I said, if you want, you can. This is your chance. This is your
This is
chance to
your
go.
chance to peace out.
Yeah, luckily she didn't. But it was just one of those things where, even at that time, I didn't know how to proceed with a relationship and begin entrepreneurship at the same time. I
Oh,
I, I didn't have those tools. So
I
so
didn't
that's,
at all.
yes. So that's kind of even where, like therapy and something, can help out. And it's great to have a support system, whether it be friends and family or significant other. But you yourself also have to know how to um, how to work with them, how to be available for them, how to
Oh,
balance
absolutely, for
balance
sure.
balance that as well. Um, and I also remember times where, I'm a man of faith, and I grew up in the church, and, I believe in God and everything. But I remember there were days when my faith and my courage and belief in myself were, it's what seemed like non-existent. I remember days when it was very rare, but you just, you
Hmm.
you you don't either see the clear pathway forward. Your faith is so thin that you just don't believe anything good is going to happen. um and yeah, it was just amazing how low I had got at some times,
Oh,
where
I,
it's, it's
what's the
it's
level
crazy.
below rock bottom? What's that?
um
What's
I
that?
think it's the core of the earth. Like,
Core of the earth. But
it's
core of the earth sounds so wholesome. It's just not the
but
right
the
word.
core of the earth is also burning hot.
Burning,
So,
burning.
and it's like hell.
Right.
So that's what it is. You have rock bottom, and then you have the core of the earth, which is hell.
So
And
yes, I've been
yeah,
stuck between the core of the earth and rock bottom. So how about
yeah,
that?
exactly. So it's just, it's so amazing to be able to sit here. What is this month? April 2020?
Could
I
be.
can't remember.
Not
Yes.
sure.
And um, and be able to just see how far we have come
Oh,
from
absolutely.
those struggles. Now, not to say we don't have struggles. We do. Um,
Oh, we
we
do.
we all are still going through struggles now. I mean, I went through some of these same struggles as recent as a few months ago or end of last year, or whatnot. But what it is, though, because I made it through these struggles in the past, and because I pushed through, because I didn't give up because of the struggle, because I wasn't so quick to get to success, because I
Mm-hmm.
knew the struggle was part of the pathway to something
Right.
greater. Um, I now know how to figure it out. I now know how to adapt. I now know how to pivot and to work with it, to work through it, and how it works for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, and I love thinking this way, but don't compare your losing season to
mhm.
someone else's losing season, because you have, let me start that over. Don't compare, don't compare someone's winning season to where you are in your journey right now, because you have no
Yes.
idea what they lost in their losing season.
hmm Absolutely. Um, that is, and it reminds me, there was this pastor from a church that I went to in LA, Pastor Trey Roberts. And I remember when I lived in LA in 2013, he said, the moment you compare yourself to somebody else, you immediately diminish your own self-worth and value.
Oh, for sure. For
The
sure.
moment that you start to measure yourself up to somebody else, compare,
Mm-hmm.
try to align yourself with somebody else's journey or success, you immediately um, devalue yourself and diminish
Absolutely.
uh,
I agree.
your value and your worth. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like you just said, you don't know what someone has gone through to get to their winning season. And
Mm.
actually, what is so interesting, even take it a little step further, what you might be looking at and thinking it's their winning season, it could be still their losing season.
Oh,
It could be,
absolutely.
because you're probably seeing what they're putting on the Instagram, what they're putting on Facebook, where we all want to be happy and stuff. But behind all of that, it still could be pretty shitty outlook.
Mm-hmm. You have no
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Yes. Um, and one of the things too that we, as kind of where we are right now, you and I kind of touched on this a couple of days ago when we were talking, what, with this stay-at-home order, COVID-19 and social distancing and everything that of how business and work and everything has changed now. A lot of people, you know, are looking at this and saying, oh, when this passes and when this is over, we're going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to wait till this
Yeah.
passes and this is over. But I think a lot of us, we need to look at this as somewhat of the new normal.
Right.
And there are a lot of things that we've had to adapt to, had to adjust with,
Mm-hmm.
that we will just have to do moving forward. And I
Right.
think if too many people, if you wait to start something, wait to do something, if you're just waiting for this to quote unquote be over, you're going to be behind the eight ball on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And I think it's more important, instead of waiting, that it's more important to pivot and adapt. And those are things that you're going to figure out and learn on your journey, on the struggle, that you realize, oh, okay, a lot of this is just about pivoting and adapting.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more.
Yes.
And just staying committed to that,
hmm
and what that looks like.
Yes. Um, so, but yeah, so that, those are just some of the things that we wanted to just share our stories and just share some insight. Because there are a lot of people you and I will talk to on a daily, weekly, monthly basis
Mm-hmm.
that see what we're doing in our individual professions, and want advice and how to get into it, or what we're dealing with, and so on and so forth. But I also wanted to mention, for any small businesses out there, with the CARES Act that the federal government has passed, through the Small Business Administration, there are some loans and grants um, available for existing small businesses,
Right.
uh, independent contractors and the like, for paycheck protection. So if you have employees or whatnot that you want to try to pay and help, help pay them, there are some loans and grants that you can go to the Small Business Administration and look into, and try to take advantage of. So I definitely wanted to pass that information along to
Mm-hmm.
people like that. But that's it for today. I want to thank you guys for listening. If there are any topics that you want to hear us talk about, that you want to get more information about, or you guys have any additional questions or comments about this episode, or even our last episode about pivoting, reach out to us. Leave us a message or a comment, and we'll try to get to those as much as we can. I hope you guys have a great day and stay safe out there.
Have an amazing day. As I would say, have a magic day.
Yes. All right. Goodbye.